What do you guys think about Battleship Golf?
That's what I was going to say. That was one of the coolest looking things.
A totally normal, oh yeah, and there's no loading between holes, and then here comes a battleship. Right? What the hell?
It's like I thought this was the PGA Tour. What the heck just happened?
You selected Power Drive.
Yeah.
You were in Battleship.
Greg and I like arcade golf games.
Right.
I played a lot of Mario Golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks cool. I'll play this crazy over-the-top golf game for sure.
Is the whole game going to be over the top crazy, or is it just
I think
that
they're trying. They said they're trying to nail the golf sim and
then
the
have a
arcade.
mode,
Okay. There it is. Look at that thing.
So I wonder if they're just sort of like bringing other EA properties.
Yeah.
Like bring Battleship and Dead Space. Maybe
Exactly,
Dead Space.
exactly.
Hasbro Family Fun Night.
Yeah.
Golf and Scrabble.
Can you imagine the Dead Space guy putting? Like,
Yes,
on the
I
green?
can. I love it.
I don't know. I mean, okay. I guess Faith from Mirror's Edge will
You
be
get
there
one
too.
TK blast to move your ball wherever you want.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of fun.
Okay, I'll get down with that.
Greg, you play some Madden.
I do play some Madden.
Give us the Madden report.
I'm interested about. Well, first off, I thought the game looked stunning. Beautiful.
Looks really
that
good.
was the big thing, with we talk about a lot, your first time out with a new console, right? Especially trying to be around launch or at launch like they were. It's not everything it could be.
Right.
And I thought you saw that for sure in this year's Madden, where it was like, it was good and it looks better, but it doesn't great. And then you look at this, and I know the one screenshot they released of Colin Kaepernick putting out, people were like freaking out, thinking it was a real photo. And even here, just the way it looks beautiful.
Absolutely.
Now,
This looks like that next step, right?
Right. I want to get my hands on this this right here, this tackling they're talking about, because I was listening to them talk about it, and it seems like I understand it right, that if I have them in the solid green part there, then I know I'm going to make the tackle, but if it's on the edge, there's a bit of finesse to it, maybe I don't get it, That's fine, but it brings up horrible memories, if you guys remember the cone of vision for QBs.
Oh, I remember
where
that.
you fall back, and like you had the cone in front of you, and so you couldn't really see the other receivers, and it would affect your accuracy, and they got rid of that the next year. They were like, that wasn't fun, sorry, we'll take it out. And I know that's the struggle, right, with sports games.
Right. This doesn't seem to necessarily obscure any part, though, right? It just gives you, if you can perfect it, it's kind of like making that perfect reload or something, right? If you can perfect exactly where you want to hit them and get them right in that area, it just seems you're going to have a better chance to tackle them.
It seems like one of those things that's always been there under the hood.
Yeah.
That code was
Absolutely.
always
That's a
there
good way to
depending on how you're going to do it, but now that you can see it, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And I love this, just getting this Eric Martin freaking out on Twitter, getting to relive his worst moment ever as a 49ers fan. How's it feel, Eric Martin? Never forget Sherman. Never forget!
Yeah, I also like just hearing about like the collaboration with someone who used to work at NFL Films, like an award-winning. I always feel like Madden games always nail sort of the feeling of the environment and the football as a whole, the game, how it unfolds. However, when you get to the actual play-by-play camera cuts, things like that, you always get a lot of like standing around and that strange sort of, it just pulls you out of the game. And if they can get someone to always highlight when it's at its best, that's going to be really fun.
Especially it's a throwback to history, right? You talk about what the WWE games for 2K have done well recently, right? And it's the fact that they capitalize on nostalgia. They do the historic WrestleMania moments, or relive this thing, or do that. And when you do that, you already know you're going to get Howard Finkel, and you're going to get this polished package about WrestleMania 3. Same thing here. If you're going to involve NFL Films, we know the voice we're going to get, and we're going to get to go relive those moments, I'd assume, and have it packaged a certain way. That sounds great.
I'm also going to call it Battleships.
Battleships in Madden too. You're playing the game, and then through the side of the stadium as you throw the ball.
Yeah, Battleships make everything better for Tal.
It's an audible. You can call it an audible. Call it a Battleship.
You play it once, you're just like, man, he's going to hit that field goal and win the game. No, Battleship.
No, I'd play that. I'd play that.
Yeah.
For sure.